more than 30 years, the mammal conservation charity Vincent Wildlife Trust carried out research and surveys to establish the status of the pine marten in Britain. It soon became clear that while the species was present in viable numbers in the northwest Highlands of Scotland, the picture in southern Britain was very different. The species was found to be absent from all but the remotest parts of northern England and Wales and was considered functionally extinct in southern Britain. The evidence gathered by Vincent Wildlife Trust during those many years was vital in that it enabled us to make an informed decision about whether and where pine marten translocations were most likely to succeed in England and Wales. In 2015, the Trust's pine marten recovery project began with translocations to reinforce the relict pine marten population in mid-Wales with animals translocated from Scotland. Before the martens arrived from Scotland, Vincent Wildlife Trust carried out a 2-year feasibility study. We focused on reviewing published evidence on factors affecting successive reintroductions, such as habitat suitability, numbers of animals released, releasing wild versus captive bred animals, and other evidence that would inform the methods we used for site selection and release. One of the most important factors that can determine the success of a species reintroduction is community support. There's a growing body of evidence on the importance of stakeholder engagement, and so this was one of our key priorities. Published literature on pine marten ecology informed the decision to translocate adult animals of breeding age, as well as the spacing of release pens. This was based on evidence from studies of pine marten home range, size and spacing. We were able to add to this evidence base by radio tracking the animals for some time after they were released. There is evidence from countries where martens are trapped as fur bearers that their populations are vulnerable to the effects of over-harvesting. This was used to inform our conservative approach to removing small numbers of animals from each donor population. There is evidence that artificial den boxes can increase the availability of den sites, especially for breeding females, so we've put up a large number of these as part of the project. The Vincent Wildlife Trust's Pine Marten Recovery Project was the first of its kind on such a scale in Britain and is considered an exemplar project. Because it was the first large-scale carnivore restoration in Britain, we had to use some evidence from closely related species elsewhere. We relied on a range of available evidence on key considerations in species reintroductions. One of these was the importance of habitat suitability, which we explored using established modelling methods. Through research carried out during the course of the project, we've been able to fill some of the knowledge gaps, and this is being published so that it can contribute to the body of evidence that can be used by other practitioners in the field of species recovery and reintroductions.